What is the common misconception of delegation?
Well, delegation is not just about getting stuff off your plate, and just freeing up your time. This is why we say delegation for development. This is about being intentional and strategic about looking at what are the skills that other people in the business need to have. How are you preparing your successor, if not your backup, in one of those emergency situations? So it's actually thinking about not just what's the stuff I'm going to get off my plate. It's what's a really important skill that I have that nobody else on my team has, and focusing on that. It's developing someone intentionally so you can delegate that to them to grow your business, right?
And is it purpose to delegate every special skill that I have to other people and help them grow and maybe be better than me in what I do?
Well, actually, a great leader's philosophy is that you want to either hire people or upskill people so that they eventually are better than you. And if you are a great leader and you understand this is not about ego, this is about building the best business, the strongest business, outpacing your competitors. It's not just about you, it's about creating something that's collectively bigger than you. And so if you can actually upskill your team to be more effective at some things than you are, that's effective leadership.
So if I sum up this point, I would say the main mistake is to think I should. It's about, like you said, like letting go of tasks and having people doing some of my work. It's not that. It's developing the skills of people that work with me to do the most important things.
Right.
To do so they can do what I do at the highest level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's very smart and very good. Can you give an example, a specific example of one of the top level CEOs that you've met that have used that kind of delegation and effectively delegated tasks to the teams, developed them?
Yeah, absolutely. I can think of both at the CEO level and also working with other executives in the organization. What I saw that executive level leaders did well when it came to delegating, it was first giving exposure. And what that means is bringing certain employees along with you so that they can experience kind of a day in the life of what you do. And it can be things, for example, like if you are always the one that meets with the big clients to kind of close the deals, it's bringing someone else with you so they can see how you do that. And you coach them before. You have a pre-meeting discussion to kind of prime them and point out, this is the strategy. This is how I'm going to do this. Here's how I'm planning to, kind of pivot, if I get challenged in this way or that way. And then after the meeting, you have a follow-up coaching discussion and you ask questions. What did you notice about what I did? How would you handle it if you were in that situation? So it's giving exposure to those situations that an employee otherwise might not have. And then continuing to do that and then giving them a little bit more chance to experiment, a little bit of time to practice. So instead of you doing all the talking, maybe you get to a point where you're doing half the talking and then your employee now jumps in, is kind of picking up, and now they're stepping up and they're practicing. And so it's an iterative process. It's something.
But is it for specific kind of employees? Is it for my number two, or randomly picking employees of the company and join me on the next business merger call, so you learn how this business operates?
That might be a little more risky. I would probably suggest starting with your number two, or looking at your what we will call your top talent. These are your A players. These are the people that that have the potential to grow and to learn and to lead. And you need to know who these people are in your organization. And those are the people that you make a differentiated investment of your time and effort in.
But if I understand, if this meeting is about a sale, then I would invite someone from sales, maybe the top guy of sales. If this meeting is a meeting with employees, for engaging them, I would bring someone that is from human resources, or his role is to maybe in operations, or engage with the other employees, right? I would choose them according to the subject of the meeting.
It depends. It could be done that way, but another way of looking at it is if you want to give people different kinds of career development opportunities. Yep. So somebody might be, for example, you might have someone who is in sales now, but maybe what they really have an interest in is something else. So if you start giving them exposure to another area of the business and a chance to learn that part of the business, practice in that part of the business, you're actually helping them to grow their career. And that is an outstanding strategy for engaging your people, but it's also another way of coaching and delegating certain work. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. It really depends on, what your objectives are, what the needs are in your business.
Hey, I'm interrupting just for a moment to say that if you're liking what you're seeing and you're getting value out of this, please subscribe to the channel, because the more subscribers we have, the better the tools, the strategies, and the knowledge we can provide to you. So thank you very much.